I found out my girlfriend's best friend is actually her high school ex-boyfriend. They even went to prom together. Am I crazy for already thinking about ending the relationship, even if she didn't cheat? I'll try to keep it short. My girlfriend, Nicole, she is 21 and I'm 23, and I met her 3 years ago around my second year of college. I'm from out of the state. I received a full scholarship to the university that we're currently at, so I didn't have any friends at the time. She was nice and took interest in me pretty quickly, and we started dating. She's told me from the beginning that she had been best friends with this guy, Adam, since they were little and they were very close and their families were close, which I was fine with at the time. I'm not really a jealous person and I'm pretty laid back. Adam seemed like a nice guy, and I thought, who am I to really tell her who she can and can't be friends with? Anyways, they have been close even through the relationship. They go on trips together with their families, they study together, have a few classes together, dinner/lunch, etc., and they have even stayed the night at each other's apartments. It was weird at first, but I trusted her as well as him, and honestly, she always told me ahead of time, so I felt like it was fine, not ideal. It never really affected our relationship. We spent time together, had a great connection, and all that good stuff. Nicole and Adam left on Sunday. They finished finals early or something like that, to head down to their family's beach house like 4 hours away from campus. They did invite me, but I have some finals left, and then I have summer courses starting nearly immediately after my finals, so I declined so that I could prep for my final 2 courses before I graduate. I met up in the library with one of her friends in my web design class to put some finishing touches on our final project. We get on the topic of relationships, and she was telling me about how, when she started dating her current boyfriend, she made him cut all contact with his ex-girlfriend even though she wanted to remain close with him. She asked me why I didn't do the same, and I was confused. I didn't understand what she meant, and then she explained/showed me proof that Nicole and Adam dated throughout high school. They also went to prom together. I was pretty lost as to what to do or how to feel. I found out yesterday, and all I could think what that Adam could potentially be screwing my girlfriend at this very moment. I trust her, or I did, but I mean, I've never seen exes hang out and be as buddy-buddy as them without hooking up before. As dense as it sounds, I almost can't wrap my head around their level of closeness and not doing it. I talked to my older sister, and she told me I had to calm down and that maybe there was a reason for why they never said anything. She said if I trusted Nicole before knowing, she didn't see why I would suddenly accuse her otherwise, even if her best friend is her ex. But I feel like that logic is so flawed because my entire foundation of trust for this relationship stemmed from the fact that Adam was her childhood best friend, not her ex. Honestly, if she would have told me before we started dating, I think I probably would have walked away from the relationship. She's a great and nice girl, but getting with someone who is still so heavily involved with their ex is a roller coaster I don't think I would never willingly sign up for. Am I thinking about this the wrong way? Is it crazy that I'm already considering ending the relationship off this, whether she cheated or not? I haven't brought it up to her yet. I want to talk in person rather than on the phone. I'm going to hide the fact that I know until she come back to campus on Friday to spend my birthday weekend with me. But I don't see any logical explanation that will keep me committed. Best comments, with Opie's participation. Being friends with some dude you dated in high school is generally no biggie. Neglecting to mention that passed to your boyfriend for 3 years while enjoying vacations and tons of time alone together is generally a big old biggie. The lying is problematic. The lying is the crux of the issue. Your trust is shattered, and if you put yourself up against Adam, I am positive she will choose Adam over you every single time. She absolutely didn't tell you on purpose and knew what she was doing the entire time was wrong. I couldn't handle being with that person anymore if I was in your shoes because trust would become non-existent. I'm not saying she cheated or anything like that, but if she was willing to lie this long about it and be so intimate and close to him while hiding their relationship that was longer than yours, I wouldn't be so trusting anymore either. I'd suggest just calling her and breaking up with her now, then moving on. The lying is what really makes me just want to leave altogether. Not only her lying, but his lying as well as their families. I met all of them, and none of them have ever said a word about it, though maybe their families don't know. Emotionally invested or not, I'd never be up for having her pick between Adam or myself. I'm not that type of person. And those ultimatums, in my opinion, never result in anything but more issues. Also, they do have a lot of history. Families are connected. I feel like I'm the one in the wrong for even stepping into her life. I've been thinking about this too much, although I should be studying instead. But I feel like it's either she's loyal and faithful, but knew I wouldn't have even begun a relationship with her in the first place, or she's hooking up occasionally, or something of the sort of friend with benefits. Either way, I see it as wrong. If she's loyal, which honestly, I think might be the case, then it's wrong of her to omit information and manipulate my choice to begin dating her in the first place. If I had any skeletons in my closet, I would be open and clear about it before I engaged in a relationship with someone, letting them make a clear and honest decision about if it was a deal breaker or not. As for getting over it, I don't think I can, or even if I can, I feel like it's almost not worth the effort. I feel like it's in a mess with the dynamic of our relationship, and then I have to deal with her feeling guilty, or always having to check in with me, or sending Adam to talk to me, or any of the other shit that I don't even want to have to deal with. I'm probably saying this out of convenience, but once I finish this summer semester, I'll be finished. I could have a clean break and move back home with my parents for a few months and be on with my life. Update number 1, 3 days later. Nicole showed up Thursday night after my exams to early surprise me for my birthday weekend. We kind of hung out and talked, and I tried my best just to be normal with her. When I asked her about Adam, she was extremely reluctant and borderline defensive to even talk about it. You never brought it up before, why do you want to know about it now? When she realizes I'm not dropping it, she pretty much breaks down and tells me everything. Adam was the one who convinced her not to tell me about their past relationship. The last few guys she tried to talk to were scared off by her being best friends with her ex, and he didn't want me to leave in the same way. It was only supposed to be for a little, while she didn't plan on staying that close to Adam while being in a relationship. Adam's dad was in the process of getting a promotion when Nicole and I started dating, which would move him and his family to the Midwest, but the promotion fell through. She said Adam became more direct once he found out he wasn't leaving, constantly insisting that she hang out with him without me, even to the point where she would be canceling plans with me. For most people, I'm sure that would have been a red flag when your girlfriend canceled on you periodically, but I've been taking 6 to 7 core semesters for the past 2 years in attempts to graduate early and get the most out of scholarship. If I wasn't studying or with Nicole, I always had a million other things I could be catching up on or doing. She blamed me for not setting boundaries or being more strict with her, that eventually she became comfortable with her freedom with him. Adam still has really strong feelings for her, though. She said she didn't feel the same way about him. She admitted that Adam over time grew to resent me and became very jealous of our relationship and how effortlessly happy I made her feel. She tells me she never cheated on me, despite Adam's advances and flirtation. At this point, she is crying and emotional and extremely desperation. She begs for forgiveness and says that she'll cut all ties from Adam and she won't ever talk to him again or hang out with him anymore. That I'm the only person she wants to spend her life with, and a bunch of other ridiculousness I could hardly even listen to. I was angry and probably didn't say it the way I should have, but I told her it was the perpetual lying and deceitfulness which had me so angry, and that was the reason I was breaking up with her. That's pretty much how it ended, with me telling her she could leave. Adam sent some hateful text to me, which I ignored. Yesterday night, I was pretty much an emotional wreck. I felt ashamed/angry at myself. But I woke up this morning and I didn't feel nearly as bad as I thought. Spoke to my best friend about it, and he really helped me put it into perspective. I'm going home tonight for my birthday weekend, and then I'll just focus finishing school and finding a job. Best comments. She blamed you for not setting boundaries for her behavior with him when she was the only one to know of his one-sided feelings/jealousy/resentment. Wow. Best of luck with graduation and happy birthday. Thanks. I think the one moment looking back on this that got me the most riled up was last year. I went back home for winter break and went out to the movies with my best friend, his girlfriend, and his girlfriend's best friend, who was my ex from high school. I told her about it ahead of time, told her exactly what we'd be doing, that the 4 of us were going to see a movie and get some dinner. And she completely blew it out of proportion and made me feel so guilty about going to see a movie with some friends. I don't think I've ever shown that kind of anger in my life. Adam found out 6 months into my relationship with her that his dad wasn't getting promoted and moving on. That's basically 2.5 years for Nicole to take responsibility and to tell me the truth and separate herself from him. So, She was putting herself in situations with a guy who was actively trying to sabotage your relationship and was putting the moves on her. She then threw him right under the bus and then blamed you for not setting boundaries and ordering her. I think you did the right thing. She needs to figure out how she got to a point where the truth ruined her life, but that's not on you.